All right, feeling pretty excited. Garmin Tread 2, gonna unbox it. Let's open it up, see what's in the kit. I'm currently running the original Tread in both the 200 and the 300. I've ran the Overlander in the 70. So let's unbox this guy, see what's inside, and have a look at some key features and what's different about it. All right, so what does the unit look like? Let's unwrap it. Christmas. Ooh. I'm excited. One thing I've noticed, I don't think the surround trim, like the earlier version, can be changed because it looks like it's got screws around here. So on the earlier Tread, you could change the color around here. Obviously I had the red one. So it's just powered up. Just going to set the country that you're set up for. So you go OK. All the user license agreements. Once again, have to accept that or you're not going to be able to do anything. Cool. So you've also got the ability to use the Garmin Tread app as well now. So you can whack that on there. That's pretty cool. The reason I like the Garmin, the Tread, why I've started to use it is the bird's eye view, and it's the Google Map images that you get to see as well as your other maps with your tracks, because then you can see, like having a drone in the air, you can see from the sky and see the tracks that aren't designated as a track. So if you are somewhere, you can see a different route you may need to take given different conditions when you're off-road. That's the bit I really like. I'm just going to skip the bit with the app to start with. Okay, so I'm just going through the settings and just going to select what vehicle setup. So these units are designed, they do come with a rail mount, that's what this kit is here. Have got a different window suction kit and a 12 volt socket for a vehicle. However, this little guy here is the unit, the mount, and it does look like the antenna and everything now is internal of the unit. This is something straight away I'm noticing out of the box. Just got the ball mount and the power here, whereas on the original Tread, what I've actually got is a little whip, and I'll show you that in the other car. And that is the great bit. You can link the units and do group rides, so you can see where your mates are on your map. They can see where you are, so you can see if they're trailing behind, if they've stopped for some reason. They're a great bit of gear for that. Just going back to the Tread unit though, it's pretty cool. Something I have noticed is you can set it with vehicle and trailer. It's even got fifth wheeler, motorhome, other. But yeah, let's just go full size, full drive, off-road capability, most definitely. And then as well, you can set the width, traction method, so you've got 4 wheels, 2 wheels, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel, ground clearance, road use, different uses, so you can start setting all that up. As you know, it is a brand new unit. I've just set it up. I've had to get a power pack because it went flat on me, so I've plugged it in, set country, vehicle widths, all that sort of stuff. The initial overlay of the menu, it is slightly different. One thing I'm looking for that I can't see straight away is the bird's eye view, but what I haven't done is I haven't downloaded the app, and with the app I just navigated to a page there. You need to get the app and then you can download the maps onto the unit through connecting it with Wi-Fi. Also it's got the power switch, so you can run your power switch, so you don't need switches on the dash. This can do it as well. But a cool feature, just sort of having a look through what's in the box, is this power lead. And what I mentioned earlier is on the original Tread, it had an aerial little whip on it. Look, some people didn't like the look of that. However, I knew the signal and the strength was really good with that unit. But this is amazing now, because now you've got just a power and earth, then also you've got a cable here as well, plug in. You've got a SD card you can put into it like the original Tread, but the original Treads were designed and they did come with because they were made for RTV buggies and stuff, is the rail mount with the ball joint, ram mount. This guy here clicks on there. I modified this mount, and that's how I started putting the Tread 2 into my vehicle, because I like the map overlay data. Now this little mounting kit here, this has simplified the Tread mounting into your vehicle. And what's in this little kit would have been awesome when I originally had mine, because now this little clip here clips straight onto the back, suction cap, ball mount, USB socket out of a 12-volt socket, and a lead with a little right angle plug. Plugs in there on the dash. Easy, simple installation. Out of the box with the original setup that I have got, going back to the original Tread, you had to hardwire it, and for some people they just like things that are plug and play. Me personally, fitting this in my vehicle, I still will hardwire it, and the reason is these things move around, sockets come undone, we're off-road, you know, going to make a good secure connection. Obviously fit the fuse holder. Bonus is as well, it does have an internal battery, so you can unclip the unit, sit down at camp, wherever, take it inside, connect it to your Wi-Fi at home, download the maps, do your navigation, or in your camp chair, whatever you want to do, click it back in the vehicle. Or if you've got two vehicles, clip it out of one into the other, and just have a different mounting power system. So that's what I started with. Then I love the unit, so then I end up with two of them. So let's go and put it in the vehicle, go use it, compare the sizes with the original Tread. I believe the screen is a little bit bigger. Functionality, I can't really comment on it. I've just powered it up, so you know as much as I do. Let's see what it looks like in the vehicle. Okay, so down to the 300 series, like I said, simple, easy windscreen mount. Literally, you can put it, I've got the Scan Gauge 3 there, but obviously you can mount it there. I've got the Tread 2 here. This is the whip that I was talking about. Now it doesn't need it. It's obviously got the internal antenna. So you can window mount it wherever you want. Simple as plugging this guy straight into there. Now I wonder if this power lead is long enough. Looks long enough. Good length. Nothing worse than a short cable. Well, that's pretty good. So now if you wanted to, you could run that through the trims, up little door jamb, and plug in the power. Little 90-degree connector, so it's going to look pretty smick on the dash as well. It's nice and flush. I think that's a cool little feature actually, because sometimes they're hanging down or up or out the back and they dislodge, whereas if you have got it resting on your dash mat and it is moving, it's not going to come dislodged. We've just put the mount on the windscreen. It's pretty solid actually. Look at here. So that is the new Garmin Tread 2, and as you can see, this is the original one. This is the little whip that I was mentioning, and the power block, and this had to be hardwired. This guy here, when I was mentioning as well, the power cables, USB, the SD goes in there. See, this one comes out the back. Cool feature I like on the other one, comes at the bottom. You can rest it on it, locks in, or you can make a more permanent mount, but you don't have the aerial on it, so it's a lot slimmer looking. Some people didn't like this feature, so that's a really nice upgrade they've done there. Personally, I will upgrade and put it here, permanently mount it. I'll just have a quick look at screen size, side by side. So slightly bigger screen, and real world, not measurements. Much the same in height, but obviously one thing I've noticed straight away when you power them up, also the border here is a little bit bigger, so it's not only just physically a bigger screen. You can see down there, that's the usable screen. This has got a slimmer border, so you are physically getting a much larger screen, so which is good with all your menus and functions. I just had an idea and I thought, I wonder if this mount's exactly the same. No, they wouldn't have done that, but sure enough, they have. and it powers up. It's just made my job a lot easier. I don't have to pull this cable out and only be able to upgrade to the Tread 2. I can still use my original Tread. So the other cars that have got the wiring in them, tick, easy installation for me. Yes, it does have the aerial on there. Look, that doesn't really bother me. I like things for functionality, and that's why I upgraded to the Tread from the Overlander, because I wanted the map, the bird's eye view function, and it has got some cool features in here as well now, so really impressed with what it can do. All right guys, that's a wrap. Tread 1, Tread 2, what do you choose to navigate your tracks and trails and your vehicle? Till the next video, I'll see you out in the tracks. Stay safe, enjoy it.